Another night I was watching the Tang, an American Saga, a show about the creation of the Wu-Tang Clan and their rise to the top. Now on surface, this show is a standard biopic. It follows the structure of a biopic like any other show or movie. And first I was afraid, because Wu-Tang Clan is one of my favorite hip-hop groups of all time, and knowing how creative the people in the group are, the show at first seemed too generic. When season 1 was about the clan coming together and how they came to be despite their differences and personal disputes, season 2 is mostly about the first album, Enter the Wu-Tang. Now seeing the process of making my favorite songs is nice, it still lacked that spark.
You don't get an album if you don't have a single. It's something that distinguishes you.
Until episode 6, titled Protect the Neck, from the name of the song that they're actually making in this episode. The whole episode takes a step down from telling the overall story and telling the story how a track is made. At the start of the episode, we see Bobby, aka RZA, the producer and the leader of the clan. He is placed in a difficult position. He has to create a single which has to include all the members of the group, and also the track has to stand out from the rest of the songs in the album. Now RZA does not want to use songs already made and start from the scratch.
Right? It's got a bomb ass.
So it ain't tears, and it's not Method Man.
All right, so what you thinking, huh? You thinking about that track that you and Ray were working on?
It ain't that one either. And we don't got that shit.
Then what?
We're gonna have to start from scratch.
Running against time, the whole episode is about making that one track, and we can see the whole process of it. And this show is structured in a really interesting way. We actually see how the track is made, and the episode is structured how actual tracks in real life are made. The first act of the episode, which is focused on the beat, is a fascinating look at the creative process behind making a hit song. We see RZA scouring through his vast library of soul and funk records in search of the perfect sample to use as the foundation of the beat. He listens to dozens of records, searching for that elusive sound that will capture the essence of the Wu-Tang Clan and set their music apart from other hip-hop acts of the time. When he can't find anything that quite fits the bill, RZA visits record shops and thrift stores in search of the perfect sample. He spends hours sifting through dusty bins of old records, looking for that one piece of vinyl that will unlock his creative vision. The camera follows RZA as he listens to snippets of different records, occasionally nodding his head in appreciation before moving to the next one. We can see his frustration growing as he becomes empty-handed time and time again, but he remains focused and determined to find that perfect sample. And finally, what seems like hours of searching, RZA comes across a record that catches his ear. It's an obscure solo track that he has never heard before, but the moment he puts the needle to the groove, he knows he has found something special. This leads to the most visually stunning scene of the show, where we see RZA enter into a dreamlike sequence in his mind, where he envisions the singers and instruments of the track being played out in front of him. This scene perfectly represents the creative process, where an artist envisions a finished product before it is fully realized. When RZA speeds up the songs, the band actually starts playing faster, and when the sample is quite not it, he takes out the instruments one by one. And even gets another song into it to get the drums of the song for his beat. The second act is the lyrics. Each member of the group writes their verses, highlighting their individuality and diversity within the group.
The way I make the crowd go wild, sit back, relax, won't smile. Ray got it going on, pal. Call me the rap assassinator. Rhymes rugged and built like Schwarzenegger.
The camera switches between each member as they rap their verses, emphasizing their different styles of flows.
First thing first, man, you're fucking with the worst. I'll be sticking pins in your head like a fucking nurse. I'll attack any nigga who's slacking his neck. Come fully packed with the fat rugged stack. Shame on you when you step through.
Member brings their unique talents and perspective to the track. Like the act before, we go into a similar dreamlike space of the members to see the lyrics being written out and placed into the song.
Jam on the mic. I smoke on the mic. I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier.
When the song is technically ready, we go back to the start, because RZA did not like the beat he made and goes back to his apartment to start from scratch, and we go back into the same dreamlike space like before, but now having the support of his friend Ghostface Killah, he starts to find the right sounds for the track. We see the real Protect the Neck being produced, all of the different samples and parts of the songs are being visualized like before, and now even the martial art fighters from the Kung Fu movie he used as a sample are being visualized in this sequence. So if answering a question how to visualize creativity, the Wu-Tang show has an answer, making an episode not only visually captivating, but also making the whole show stand out from the rest.
For crying out loud, my style is wild, so book me. Not long is how long that this rhyme took me. Ejected styles from my lethal weapon. My pen that rocks from here to Oregon. Here's more again. Catch it like a psycho flashback. I love gats. If rappers a gun, you wouldn't bust back. I come with shit in all types.